Hello, YouTube, and welcome to Daytona. It's site for the 2009 Budweiser Shootout. Alongside me once again is Stephen Paul III, who does not have a ride for this one, or he has a ride, he's not eligible.
We're back for 2009. Woo!
On the front row for this one, Henry Sanford was the lucky draw to draw pole, and he'll start alongside Jack James. It is Rafael Leduc alongside our defending champion. It's reverse numbers, row 2. Allison Rain, Matt Duncan will start in row 3 with Bill Brack Jr., Smed Oscon, row 4. Jonathan Zorline, Mary Shelley in row 5. Here's Steven with his thoughts and predictions for this one.
So usually the Bud Shootout, just a race to go over the new cars and stuff. We'll see a lot of pack racing and stuff with this cars, trying to figure out the second time we've run these COT cars at Daytona. So we'll see how that goes. Our final row is going to be the 8 Gene Sandler, Max Anderson, Fitzwater starting last year. And I'll stop talking for a little bit so we can go to command.
Yep, let's go trackside for the command to start engines for the Bud Shootout.
Drivers, start your engines!
Okay, command has been given. I'll let him, let Polly give his, finish off his thoughts.
We've never had a repeat winner in the Bud Shootout. The winners have been William Duncan, William Brock. Who else? There's a couple more people here. Hold on.
Will Hoyt was one of them.
Yep, and Will Hoyt will definitely be a favorite here. Not a lot of team alliances here, so trying to work with your manufacturer will be important. And we'll go over some of the new guys. So like Jack James in the 8, we got Allison Rain 36.
Well, you mean
UPS
same faces in new places? Because actually, I think most of this field is. Most of this field is in new spots. With that, we'll take a break and we'll bring you back for the green flag. Field coming off turn 4. You see the pace car pull off, and the field under control of Henry Sanford and Jack James on the front row. And the Bud Shootout for 2009 is green. As field will take about 3/4 to a full lap to get up to speed. They're just getting to third gear by the time they get to turn 1. Already 3 wide back here with Dylan Young, James Qualls, and Tristan Wilhoit. 2 of the Roush drivers in that 3 wide. And it's now Brock that's going to follow Dylan Young through in that new Blackjack Racing 51 team for Brock. We'll talk a little bit more about that when we get to the when we get to Daytona 500 qualifying. Amy Shelley now makes it 3 wide as well with the 25. We've got 3 rows of 3 going on now here at Daytona through 3 and 4.
I miss anything good?
No, we just got green. Tim Randolph, our defending champion, to the front, and he is going to lead lap 1.
Yeah, good job there, Jeremy Mayfield team in the 41. Might even be a change of ownership halfway through the season, but currently Jeremy Mayfield right now.
We'll see what happens. Henry Sanford, though, wants that lead back. He started on pole, couldn't even lead lap 1.
And Henry, new ride, still with Dodge, but now running for Penske here.
Yep, switched from Robbie Gordon over to Penske. Randolph switched from what was the No Fear Racing team over to this Jeremy Mayfield team. Brand new team for them.
Amy from Morgan Shepherd to Penske to Furniture Row now to Morgan McClure.
Yeah, so many different teams for Amy. Now she's going to lead here at Daytona. It looks like she should be able to lead lap 2, although here comes Randolph back on that outside line. Photo finished there. Goes to the 4.
Max Anderson, the 78, has me dying. He just swapping numbers right here. Black scheme for the 78. No more of that fancy colored brown and orange paint scheme.
Yep. As Isaac Flickinger trying to break the curse of the 48, he switches over from that Penske 2 to the Hendrick 48 this year.
Well, he was able to win in the Penske 2, so, maybe he could break the 48.
But that curse was already broken by the time he got there.
That's true.
Alexander Rowe had already won in that car by that point.
Well, the 2 on the bottom side, Fitzwater started last. They are not changing, but they're going to try to help out the rookie crossplate in the 33 because Steph's in the 07 now.
Yep. Well, we'll get to a lot of that. We'll get to tomorrow with Daytona 500 qualifying. But yep, Fitzwater, Duncan, the 2 RCR drivers that remained the same from 2008 to 2009. The other 2 changing, and a brand new rookie to drive alongside them at that RCR team.
and Zorline on the bottom side. So Zorline started in the 14, replacing Ray Hall. He went to the 44, went to the 25, then went to Robbie Gordon, won an owner's championship. Like, nah, this is boring. Went to the 88 last season, now is back in the 25. So a roller coaster of Hendrick for Zorline.
He's killing all his storylines that he wants for tomorrow.
Pretty much.
Zorline's going to go to the race lead. We're going to have our fourth different leader in 4 laps. And here comes Gene Sanford. Speaking of drivers who have swapped teams a lot, Gene Sanford, in her repeated course of action here, showing up to Daytona in a car that has no points.
Nemco Motorsports, the 87. Not for Chiro. First time we've seen Front Row Joe's team here.
You mean Joe Nemechek. I don't know who this Front Row Joe is that you're speaking of.
Yeah, that's true. James Qualls in the same ride 2 years in a row.
Yep, Qualls, one of the few. Actually, it's a little over half. He's one of 12 drivers in this field that returned to their ride from last year. Oh.
Steve, we're gonna mention Steve Pollard here, but Time Pollard takes the lead, moving over from Red Bull to Dodge.
Time Pollard moving over from Red Bull, then to Germain, then to to Richard Petty Motorsports, I should say.
And here comes 17 Will Hoyt, who ran the 21, the 99, the 16, now the 17. Should be the 6 next year.
But he's not even going to lead for very long as Dylan Young now grabs the race lead. One of those 12 as well. He's returning to the 24 for a second straight year.
And don't adjust your screen. That is the National Guard 24.
National Guard swapping over from the 88 to the 24. Bill Bragg Jr. moved over from Roush Fenway last year. He's now driving for Yates in the flagship car, basically. If you look at where they were at in points, we'll talk about that tomorrow.
Yeah, moving over from Roush, and here comes a new team, new series, TRG.
Yep, TRG making the move from the truck series where they've run a few seasons down there. Now they want to run Cup full time with 2 different cars. They're going to try it. We'll see how much success they have.
And Mars coming back to Mary, still on that 70 race losing streak, painfully almost won the championship last year.
Almost won without winning a race, but as it is, still just the 2005 champ. And now it's going to be in the middle, 3 wide here at Daytona. Here comes Ozcon.
And another season, another DEI or CGI car for Ozcon.
As Matt Duncan also clears the pack. And we've mentioned the same faces. This was Johnny Gardner, went through a name switch and gender change during the offseason. So now no longer Johnny Gardner, instead Allison Rain. And behind the wheel of the Tommy Baldwin 36 this year, with also one of those cars that's going to have to try for Daytona with no points.
And who's in the 14 again?
That is Rafael LeDuc, who switched over from Petty's team when they merged out. He was already kind of on his way out at that point anyway, but was also kind of odd man out when they came to the merger,
sucked.
And so he switches over to this new Tony Stewart led effort with Stewart Haas Racing, which was this car was the 70 last year.
Correct. And here comes William Brock for Blackjack Racing, brand new team out of the Dexter Bean shop from the ARCA Series Team Glock.
As now he wants the race lead. Well, he's not going to be able to get it though. Ozcon was clear, but thought better of blocking the 51 down into turn 1.
Yeah, Live Wire Energy sponsoring that car. Going to run Dodges out of the Penske, I believe Penske or CGR. Still have to get confirmation on that one. Here comes the 41 again.
Tim Randolph, the defending champion, looking to start the season off strong.
Yeah, Tim ran the No Fear 60 last 2 seasons. Now switching energy drinks as the champion to the All Sport energy drink. I think that's an energy drink.
Yeah, it is an energy.
Yeah. As here comes Amy.
Forgive the frames there for a moment as things adjust a little bit.
Morgan McClure's last win in the series was when Chris Walsh went back-to-back at Kansas. It's been a while since they had success. Had some down years with Jack James and who ran that 4-0 season 4? It was some driver who was terrible.
You mean the one that filled in for Jack when he was injured?
No, and Max Newworth ran the 4.
Oh, yeah. Well, he also had Preston Plord in the 04 when they ran 2 cars for that short period of time.
Yeah, that was decent. But we haven't talked much about Jack James. Still on a losing streak. Still trying to get the bride, not be the bridesmaid. Chris Wilson got it last season. Now it's his job. 2 runner-up finishes for him in the Cup Series.
Just going to take the moment to appreciate the fact that Pollard finally got the phrase right.
It only took 1 fail.
Only took a full season's worth of failing on it.
And I'll probably still botch it going forward.
Probably, but still, you finally got one right at least once. As there are 6 laps to go, it was Randolph leading at the line. Here comes Isaac Flickinger now to the front.
Yep, whoa, big time block.
Well, he's going to block the 41, but that's going to open the door for Fitzwater down low. But I think this is a little too soon to be getting up to the front. The way that we're seeing these guys jostling for position.
The 26 has been pretty bad in this series, so they're trying to get success this year.
Well, I mean, they were a decent spot last. Oh, whoops! I hit the wrong key.
Yeah. So talk. They Ashley Brock and then McClellan did not do very hot those 2 years with this car.
As Fitzwater edges out in front of Isaac Flickinger barely. They're 3 wide for 3rd behind him. Here comes Qualls with help from Steve Pollard in that reunion effort with Kurt Shelmerdine.
Yeah, got some Toyotas from Red Bull and Germain, trying to get a full season with them. I was like, what car am I going to give Steve? Might as well have a reunion, like you said.
As they're 3 wide for the lead, Qualls down low. That's Fitzwater in the middle, and Isaac Flickinger up top.
And the 26 and the 87.
So that's going to be Fitzwater going backwards a little bit. Drag race to the line, goes to the 48. Keep that one in mind as we get to the finish.
I think we covered everybody in the field. I believe
think so. We've covered everyone that got up to the front at some point. I think that actually is everyone.
I think we mentioned the 44, right?
Did you have Oscon, Sanford, Shelley, Duncan, James?
Matt Duncan we haven't mentioned. UPS on the 6th car for Matt Duncan.
Well, we mentioned it in sparring details. As 3 wide for the lead again, it's going to be Gene Sanford on that low side now.
Yeah, I think that's after him. That's everybody.
Allison Rain bringing up the rear of the field right now. That's not exactly where you want to be either.
Nemco Motorsports, like we mentioned, for Time Pollard for the new Richard Petty Motorsports, switched from the 10 to the 44.
Well, the newly merged Richard Petty Motorsports, it was that's the combination effort of what was Evernham and Petty.
3 wide for the lead.
3 wide into turn 1. That's Wilhoit in the middle, Duncan down low with help from Time Pollard. It's Gene Sanford up on the top side, and that's not going anywhere in turns 1 and 2.
2 former shootout winners battling here for the lead.
Yep, Duncan and Wilhoit. And that one is now 3 wide. Duncan goes to the high side. It's Time Pollard who fills the gap on the low side. Here comes Mary Shelley.
Too early for that move.
Trying to keep, she's trying to finish off her exhibition race sweep, I guess. She's won an all-star race already. She's trying to now add the Bud Shootout.
And she won a duel too, so the 14, the 71, 2 races, I believe, no, they didn't win a race with Hawkins, so 1 race with the 70 team.
Yeah, Hawkins won a all-star race that he had transferred into.
And Matt Duncan never won a points race in the 70, if I'm not mistaken. Here comes the 14. Allison Rain's going to win this race, it looks like.
Well, we'll have to wait and see. 2 laps to go. Actually, 1.5 as they go down the back straightaway.
Time Paul doing a great job. Well, never mind.
Well, he's going to allow the door to be open there for the 14. I thought the 14 would have been in front by the time I hit that key, but it wasn't.
I'm more surprised the pole sitter's back up here.
Here comes the 2 of Henry Sanford. White flag is out. 1 lap to go in the Bud Shootout.
Rafael Duke didn't do much of anything last season, trying to start the season off with a shebang.
Trying to start off the season with the ultimate momentum of a win, as it's now 14-44 side by side. Here comes the 2 with a run.
I did not expect Time Paul to have this much momentum.
Allison Rain trying to push the 2 to the front. It's Henry Sanford trying to push the 14. And Henry opens the door for the 36 down low. Time Pollard out in front.
I can't believe Time Pollard's able to hold the lead. Unbelievable.
As
here we go. Get the cameras ready.
Number 4.
Oh, nice block.
Doesn't look like anyone's going to be able to get there. It's going to be Time Pollard that wins the Bud Shootout for 2009.
Alrighty, man. Look, get your Stanley tools, guys.
Wow! Using the
Well, I didn't-
outside line to get it done, wins by a
I
full
know.
10th over Raphael Leduc.
I didn't expect that. Holy crap.
And only 7/10 separating the entire field, with Brock being in last. Steven, your final thoughts on this one?
Well, that was very fast paced. Time Paul, the high said they're going to have to remember that for the 500. Just didn't expect that. Leduc, nice outing for the new team, and Tommy Baldwin. Blackjack Racing and is going to have a lot of work to do with that last. I mean, they were competitive anyways. That was a good race. I mean, I know the finish was a little anticlimactic. Thanks, Time. Time won a duel at Talladega last year, so he's going to have a good sporty car for the duels, it looks like. So we already got over 23 of these drivers. Hopefully we didn't miss anybody else. And then we got 46 more to talk about in our 69 nice qualifying session, which you'll see live on this channel. If you don't watch the premiere, what's wrong with you?
Although, actually, for Daytona 500 qualifying, I probably could understand not watching the premiere.
Yeah.
I could. With that said, though, congrats to Time Pollard on grabbing the first checkered flag of 2009, even if it isn't in a points-paying race. I'd like to thank Steven for joining me once again on this one. I'd like to thank you guys for watching. Leave a like if you enjoyed. Subscribe if you haven't today for more gaming and racing-related content. Leave a comment down below in the premiere chat or on Discord if you just to let me know that you guys watched and all that good stuff. And without further ado for that, for Stephen Paul III, I'm Gordon Fan 291, and this has been a production of the NRSL. We'll see you guys next time.
Hey guys, probably my only one of the season.